Visualization, an Angkor Wat experience. Today, we'll go on an imaginary journey to a real place. A place steeped in spirituality, history, and a close association with nature. This place is the Angkor Wat temple complex in Cambodia, a totally amazing sight. You may have seen pictures of it, or perhaps even been there. There will be some images supporting this audio meditation, but you'll probably have your eyes closed. It's a huge complex of temples which had been completely engulfed by the jungle. Much work has been carried out to reveal an impressive range of buildings. Many others are still entwined by the mangrove tree roots within the jungle and await reintroduction to the complex in the future. A massive task. So, make sure you're comfortable and in a quiet environment where you won't be disturbed. Switch off any mobile phones. Breathe gently. Focus on your breathing. You know the techniques by now. You are at peace. Focus on your breathing. Relax. Stand with me at the end of the causeway, looking towards the complex. On either side, there are large lakes which stretch round the perimeter like a massive moat. Look slightly to your left. Dotted around on the rust-coloured surface of the lake, you'll see pink lotus flowers rising above the surface of the water. Rooted in the muddy bottom of the lake, but rising out towards the clear sunlight. Several egrets stand silent and still in the water. Around us, there are many small groups of people, all gazing with silent awe at the scene before us all. The outside perimeter wall with the main gateway. Then the intricate carved stone roofline of turrets, domes, and citadels of the main temple buildings further back, merging into the backdrop of the remaining jungle behind. Near us, we see groups of monks, resplendent in orange robes, come to make pilgrimage to this sacred place. Groups of tourists follow the raised parasols of their guides, focusing closely on the descriptions and details. A lady stands silently, eyes closed, with chemotherapy headscarf and slightly shaking hands, soaking up the dream that has kept her going over these past difficult months. Behind us, a tethered hot air balloon rises to give a bird's eye view over the complex for the occupants. We join the flow of humanity gradually moving over the causeway towards the entrance. Slowly, we cross the vast open area between entrance and temple buildings, passing several smaller lakes. And now, inside the first temple building, we're suddenly engulfed by masses of carvings on the stone walls. Dancing maidens, elephants, lines of warriors tugging at both ends of a long serpent. Apparently, there's no area of stonework which has not been carved with intricate designs and depictions. Gaze around you and marvel. In front of us, there's a large hallway with a ceremonial pool. There are steps down into it and pillars around the edge. It's empty now, but pause for a moment and visualize it filled with water, with some form of purification ceremony going on. Feel the water of purification flowing over your body. Hear the sounds of the chanting priests and the cymbals and drums. Feel cleansed and purified. Now, visualize yourself walking further through the temple complex. Around us, periodically, are stone Buddhas draped in orange satin robes. In front of each, offerings of lotus flowers and bunches of smouldering incense sticks. Picture yourself standing before one of these Buddhas, hands clasped in prayer. Feel the silent bond. Feel the reverence of the occasion. Pause in prayer. We've exited the first building now, passing into an inner courtyard with yet more buildings. Before us is an inner temple, but this one towers high above our heads, with amazingly steep stairs up to the entrance. Visualize priests slowly climbing and descending the stairs, resplendent in their bright-coloured robes. Feel the occasion. Sense the atmosphere. Hear the chanting. To our right is a tall, square-sided pillar, towering above us, covered in carving. Towards the top, each of the 4 facets of the pillar has a similar carved face, overseeing the population, monitoring their movements. The all-seeing gods of the temple. Feel that power. Now, we're moving towards the jungle edge. We descend stairs and come to an area where there are piles of carved stone blocks. And over there, standing walls with massive tree roots straddling and grasping at the stonework. Restoration work is still continuing, a never-ending task of rediscovery. Visualize the bond between these man-made stone structures and the power and majesty of the massive mangrove trees, with their roots exposed in the air, clutching and embracing the buildings. The combination of powerful symbols of strength, man and nature, battling for supremacy. Feel the power and energy. And now finally, we've moved on to arrive at a vast parade ground. Around this massive open space, there's a wall with carvings of life-sized elephants. Think of the effort involved in all that stone carving. Visualize the amazing spectacle of the massed troops of actual elephants moving in columns around the parade ground. Think of the massive amount of work involved in bringing it all back from the jungle. We're reaching the end of our sensory experience, our visualization of the amazing sights, sounds, and atmosphere which are Angkor Wat. However, before we return to our hotel, let's pause for a final moment or two of silent meditation. Picture yourself seated on a stone bench, an area of wall, or on the steps leading up to one of the temples. Straighten your back. Clasp your hands together in a way that's comfortable for you. Focus once more on your slow and steady breathing. And now, focus on one of the experiences which has been meaningful to you. Perhaps purification, the power and majesty involved. Prayer before the Buddha, the strength of nature, the endeavours of man. Choose and focus. Focus. And now it's time to return to your everyday life, invigorated by your experience. Gradually Bring your attention back to your breathing. Gradually deepen your breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes slowly and focus your gaze on the images of Angkor Wat on your screen. Give thanks for its beauty. Give thanks for your experience. Thank you.